Hey guys, welcome back. So today, obviously, I've showed you videos of trades that go well, um, but not everything is always gravy in trading, right? And this is something that I think doesn't get shared enough. So I want to go over today about um, a trade that went terrible, and also a little bit about. Um, why it's the psychology of trading is important and why it's important to not trade when you're emotional. I'm not going to get into details, but I took yesterday off. I've been having some stuff going on in my personal life, and I took yesterday off, and I wanted to get back in it today, and I thought I was ready. I clearly wasn't. I was trying to say, okay, I took a day off, so I'm ready now. When I clearly was not ready to take a trade. Um, and I want to show you exactly what went down and why um, what should have happened. Um, so the trade we took was early, very early this morning, and after this trade, I actually probably in the middle of it, I realized I shouldn't be I shouldn't be trading at all, because I made some uncharacteristic mistakes, and I was doing just things that I never do. Like I averaged down on a trade. I haven't averaged down. I never average down on a trade. I cut when it goes the wrong way. I don't keep averaging down. I think the last time I averaged down on a trade was like over 6 months ago. So I mean that right there can kind of tell you something was off, right? Um, so let's talk about the trade. So here's what happened. Um, Now everything was set up right. I knew what I was doing. I knew that the play was a higher risk play, because if you guys follow me, all I do with charts is I'll look at charts and then I'll kind of zoom in and I'll try and take plays, right? So for instance, look at SPY, right? So if you just look at SPY, this is the hourly chart, okay? So if you can see here on the video, these little white spots are sessions, okay? And then you have the blue and the yellow section here. That's after hours blue, and then pre-market is yellow, and then the next day is in white here, okay? So this is the hourly chart. As you can see, these little runs, you get the sell-off here. This lasted about 3 sessions. And then it ripped right back up here in one, two, about 2 good sessions. Actually, yeah, probably 2 sessions. Then we got another sell off over here, right? And this happened over about 3 sessions, and then a buy signal here. We got a big run up, and that lasted about 3 sessions, 4 sessions. And then we got a sell off, and this so far has been a steep sell off, but it's been only 1 session. It'll probably be at least into after hours and um, pre market. We'll see. Um, so so what I do, at least in my regular trades, so this was a high risk trade, the trade that I'm talking about, and the reason it was a high risk trade. So my high risk trades here will be when I'm day trading these. When I'm playing the 5 minute chart here, and if the hourly is on a sell here, you really want to look to enter puts. Now, if I play calls, that'll be a higher risk position because you're going counter trend. So in this alert that I sent out, in this play that I sent out, I did say, hey, this is a counter trend high risk play. And that is because it was a call play and we're in the middle of a sell off. So we got this sell signal here yesterday at close. Okay. So, and until this sell off ends here, you really only want to be looking at puts, or if you play calls, you want to know that, hey, this is a high risk position. This could very easily go the wrong way. And that's exactly what happened with this trade. So the mistake I made, and I'll zoom in here on the 5-minute chart and I'll show you the play exactly here in a second. But the mistake I actually made is not playing this high risk position here where, okay, yeah, I got in I try to play this bounce here and go in calls. So really that wasn't the mistake, right? Because you can play these high risk positions if you know about them and you know what you're in. But when the good plays are there and the ones you're really looking for, which in this situation are the put plays, you shouldn't just ignore those, because those are the plays you really want to be in, right? So this is the trade we're in, right? So I saw that our MACD crossed bullish, and it did for a hair of a second. We got our buy signal here, right? Our RSI was pretty oversold. Look, our MFD was, our MFD, our MFI was, was at extremes. So this did look like a good trade. The only thing that didn't look good was, again, that our hourly chart was on a sell. So, again, the plays you should really be looking for, first and foremost, your primary plays should be put plays when this is going on. Just like when your hourly chart is on a buy here, your primary plays should be calls, and you should be looking to enter calls, whether that's swing trades over like a session or two. As you can see, these last 2 or 3 sessions, right? At least lately. It's not always going to be like this. I'm just talking about how it's been lately, right? So where was the mistake that was made? Let's get to that, right? Because at this point, I've showed you the trade we got in here, and it didn't work out. We got the sell signal, and so I averaged down. Let's see. So I should have been out of the trade here. I should have just cut my losses on the first contract, and I should have been in puts, because look, that's the play we're looking for, right? That's that's where the meat's going to be at, right? Not at the calls, not trying to play a high risk position calls, but we're actually looking for the put plays. Here's a sell signal. There's the MACD cross, and again, going with the larger trend, because now we can. So this is zoomed in, right? See, the sell off here is quote unquote zoomed in. Now, if we look at the hourly chart here, this is it zoomed out, okay? So why would you try and force calls here? It just doesn't make any sense, Now, when it bounces here and you get a buy signal here, yeah, absolutely, that's when then you should, and that's when we're going to try and enter calls, because that's not going to happen this session. That'll happen probably tomorrow or the session after. Or if there's a real deep sell-off, it could be the session after that or so. So what were the mistakes made? Well, number one, I shouldn't have even been trading in the first place. A lot of that gets back to, I run this community, and, I feel like I have to be there for you guys a lot of times, So I took yesterday off and I said, okay, let's get back to it, when I wasn't quite ready to get back to it emotionally. I still had this issue that was going on was still ongoing at the time. Um, so number one is, you could say, oh, well, you shouldn't have taken the trade at all. But I did say it was a high risk trade, and you can make money on high risk trades. So, the mistake was not taking the pub play that we were looking for, because it was, right there in front of us. All the signals were right there. Everything I tell you to look for was right there on the hourly chart. And we just got caught up in trying to make this quick high risk play, and we missed all the meat and potatoes, the real play. We missed out on the real play because of that. And then I made another mistake by trying to average down, which was definitely 100% because it was an emotional decision. I never do that. I wouldn't do that, in the first place. But my mind wasn't focused on trading. My mind was somewhere else. And we're all going to go through that, because that's just the way life is. It's going to happen to everyone at some point, and you're not always going to be in a stable state of mind. And I think that's very important, to be in a stable state of mind. And this day could have gone completely different. So anyways, I do think that you can learn the most from the trades that don't work out, the mistakes you made. So that's why I'm sharing this. I want to show, that, hey, sometimes it doesn't work out, and what you can do to, to alleviate that. And when you go back to it, the issue isn't necessarily the trades. Yes, I did make mistake with, averaging down, trying to force positions, ignoring positions here. But again, the bigger mistake goes back to making sure you're in the right frame of mind to trade. Extremely, extremely important. So, anyways, just wanted to share that. That's the only trade I took today. It's you have to pay attention to your state of mind, your mindset, when you're trading. Psychology is such a big important part of it. So you have to keep your mind healthy. Keep your life in order the best you can. If you need to take a day off, you need to take 2 days off. You need to, whatever time you need to take away, even if it's just a short break. Whatever you need to do to clear your mind, reset, and get back to that unemotional state of mind, where you can make these decisions easily, because if you look at, it's not the signals that are wrong, like, yes, this was a false signal, absolutely, but that's gonna happen, like, it's that. So that's not, you can't change that part of it. But what you can change is how prepared you are when you come to when you come to play. Because if you're just emotional, and you kind of like I was this morning, where you're just trying to force stuff and you're throwing shit at the wall, trying to like see if it sticks, just don't trade. Come back. We have systems for a reason. We have, we follow the system for a reason, because it works. But if you don't follow it, then it's not gonna work. Anyways, I just want to share that with you guys. I am in a better position now, So I am kind of looking forward to getting back on the horse, especially after that bonehead play. But just wanted to share that with you guys. It's not all, it's not always perfect, but you need to know what to do when it's not, because this is when you can blow up your account. When you're in a super emotional state, right? You can do things that you wouldn't normally do, and then you find yourself, you say, well, why did I do that? Um, so, anyways, that's all I got. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll put out more content. I do want to put out more content that focuses on uh, why psychology is so important with trading. Because even I could give you this system and say, hey, the system works great, and if you can't trade with it, or know um, how to handle how the actual trades go down, and what to expect in terms of okay, what happens when this happens? What happens when a trade goes wrong and it goes the other way? Well, what do I do? You know, and I think I kind of shared with you what I should have been done, so I'm not going to go over that again. But you know, psychology is extremely important. So, anyways, have a good day, guys.